White flag is raised, and there are 4 runners over 2.5 miles and 14 fences in the Grade 2 Clonmel Oil Chase. And setting off to make the running is Tornado Flower, leading Pencil Full of Lead, Durasso, Blue Lord, dropped in last of the 4 as they come uphill to fence number 2. Leading the way, the King George winner of last Christmas, Tornado Flower, followed by Pencil Full of Lead, Durasso. 4th of the 4, 2 circuits to go, is Blue Lord. Tornado Flower has extended his advantage in between fences to race on, good 5 lengths in front of Pencil Full of Lead. Durasso last but 1, and bringing up the rear is Blue Lord. On the incline to fence number 3, Tornado Flower and Danny Mullins out in front of Pencil Full of Lead and Rachel Blackmore, followed by Durasso and Mark Walsh, with bringing up the rear Blue Lord, the mount of Paul Townend. Turning into the back straight, having jumped 3 fences so far, and it's Tornado Flower maintaining a 5-length advantage over Pencil Full of Lead. Durasso, and the back marker is Blue Lord. No changes at fence number 4, 1 of 3 up the far side. Tornado Flower by 5 lengths to Pencil Full of Lead, going on 2.5 in front of the 3rd running Durasso, with Blue Lord held up in 4th and last place. Center fence up the back, Tornado Flower, Pencil Full of Lead, Durasso, and Blue Lord, the order maintained, going to the first ditch. This will be fence number 6. Tornado Flower into it, over carefully from Pencil Full of Lead, joined for the 2nd by Durasso. Blue Lord 4th of the 4. Good long run before they reach the next fence in the Clonmel Oil Grade 2 Chase. All bar Durasso on comeback runs. Tornado Flower, much closer in 2nd is Pencil Full of Lead. 1 from last is Durasso, representing the same winning formula as last year. Blue Lord, content last of the 4. Turning in for the next 2 fences, bringing them towards the halfway stage. Still no changes from first to last. They're stacking up. Tornado Flower at the top of the home straight, followed by Pencil Full of Lead, Durasso, and Blue Lord, last season's classy 2-mile novice. At the end of a circuit, 8 fences left to jump. Tornado Flower. Yet to see the other 3 from flag fall. Pencil Full of Lead continues to give a solid chase, and then Durasso and Blue Lord in between the 2 fences in the home straight. To the one that'll be the last next time. Tornado Flower with pricking ears up and over from Pencil Full of Lead, Durasso, and Blue Lord. 1 circuit to go, 6 fences left to jump. Tornado Flower and Danny Mullins by over 4 lengths to Pencil Full of Lead and Rachel Blackmore. Durasso, Mark Walsh last but 1, and Blue Lord, Paul Townend still bringing up the rear. Going uphill to the 6th last fence, they've passed halfway. Tornado Flower, once more establishing a good 5-length advantage over Pencil Full of Lead. Durasso almost joined for the 3rd spot by Blue Lord. Blue Lord in the 2-tone green colors on the inside. Heading up the back the final time, 5 fences to jump. Tornado Flower's lead's been cut in half by Pencil Full of Lead. Blue Lord joins Durasso at the back. 5th last fence, 1 of 3 up the far side, where Tornado Flower had to put himself right at it. Pencil Full of Lead is now within less than 2 lengths. Durasso on the outside of Blue Lord, tightening up again. 4 fences left to jump. Tornado Flower up and over from Durasso, who rejoins Pencil Full of Lead for the 2nd, and hot on their heels is Blue Lord, heading for the final ditch. Last one up the far side. Tornado Flower, joined by Pencil Full of Lead and Durasso, who got it wrong. Blue Lord a length and a half behind them in 4th and last. All yet to state their cases as Durasso moves up on the outside of Pencil Full of Lead and Tornado Flower. The rail, the 3 are in a line. a length in front of Blue Lord. Coming down towards the final 3.5 furlongs. 2 fences to jump in the Clonmel Oil Grade 2 Chase. Tornado Flower back up on the inside, Danny Mullins. Durasso Mark Walsh round the outside of Pencilful of Lead. And Rachel Blackmore and poised as Blue Lord. Turning in for the final 2 fences and going at it together up front. Tornado Flower and Durasso followed round the bend by Blue Lord on the outside of Pencilful of Lead. Heading for the final 2 fences, and it's Tornado Flower from Durasso. Blue Lord's trying to pick up on the outside, then Pencilful of Lead, who's been relegated to the final position as they come to the second last. Tornado Flower with coming stable companion Blue Lord on the outside. In between them is Durasso. They race in between the final 2 fences in the Clonmel Oil Grade 2 Chase, and Blue Lord from last to first over the final fence from Tornado Flower. In third place is Durasso, and driven out it's Blue Lord from coming on the inside. Tornado Flower. Blue Lord is just held on from Tornado Flower. 1-2 for Willie Mullins. Then Durasso, last of the 4, Pencilful of Lead, as Blue Lord commences his second season chasing on a winning note in the Clonmel Oil Grade 2 Chase.
Well, it's been an excellent day for Paul Townend. He's backed both big races. Paul, Blue Lord landing the Clonmel Oil Chase. How pleased were you by what he produced for you there today?
Delighted with him because I suppose anchoring him at the back, I was giving away the advantage of jumping so well, and I thought Danny might bring me a little bit further down the straight, to be honest. He had a good look at the last and after it. But delighted with him. I think he's strengthened up a lot from last year as well.
Ruby was saying he's felt for a little while 2.5 could maybe bring about a bit of improvement in the horse. Did you feel the same?
Yeah, I suppose even as a hurdler we thought, 2.5. We ran over 2.5 playing Bob Ollinger, I think, over hurdles in Naas one day, and he was always kind of hard on himself then, but he is maturing, and he's no problem getting 2.5,
At what stage did you think you had Tornado's Flyers measure? I guess that good jump 2 out really put you on the front foot, didn't it?
Yeah, it was, I suppose, it was like a restart in a Formula 1 race. They were waiting for when they were going to go, and they had me at the stretch off the hill, but when we got levelled out and down to the road, I was using Danny as a gauge, and as I say, I winged the second last and landed there a bit quicker than I thought I would.
Lovely way for this fella to start the season. Do you think it could be a good campaign for him?
I hope so. He's promised a lot all along, and he had a great season last year, but I just think riding him, he feels physically stronger and a bit more mature as well, so hopefully he can keep improving.
You took the plaudits for the ride on Tull Cheat earlier on in the listed mares chase. Did you get a good kick out of that one?
I did, to be honest. I think I was a bit lucky. It kind of fell in my lap a bit, and I winged the last, and Brian missed it a bit and just got me to the line. But no, delighted. She put in a big performance in Fairyhouse, ran bad and punches down after that. But it was nice to get that today on that ground for her first run, to put in a performance like that.
She was getting a nice chunk of weight from what are obviously superior rivals, Paul. Did you feel that put you in with a shout at least?
On that ground, I thought it did. And we gave race fitness to the second as well, so you'd have to be very pleased with her. The big 2 probably underperformed today, but we won't give it to them anyway. We'll take it with us.
Good day's work. Paul, thanks a lot.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.